And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into another edition of our Winter Rules Tee to Green podcast, presented by our friends at Golf Dojo. We appreciate you being with us here. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. We're just a couple of days from Christmas, and we're excited to be with you here on Tuesday, December 23rd. I'm Brian Kulziel. Kevin Sylvester, of course, part of our Tee to Green team. Jeff Meadis from Tee to Green and Golf Dojo joining us. And we have another special guest, Anthony Shiro from Glen Oak Golf Course, going to join us here in just one moment. Kevin, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I assume all your shopping and wrapping is all set and done.
You know what? The beautiful thing is the gift bag. Whoever invented that is a genius. Thank you so much, because I don't have to cut tape, get those uneven corners. I know Meadis when he wraps, so he's a Marine, so it's perfect, I'm sure.
Yeah, so it's a paper bag from Wegmans. Yeah. It's not the wrapping job.
But that's smart because those are only 8 or 9 cents now. Those gift bags, I mean, you could spend close to $10 for a gift bag now.
They're just gonna rip it. Yeah, they're just gonna rip.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're just gonna tear it apart. No big deal. Yeah, I hope everybody's got all their shopping done and everything. I've got Anthony. I know the PGA, Western PGA headquarters at Glen Oak. I got a nice Western New York PGA 100 years ornament that is now hanging on my tree. So that looks. I
got one of those too. I got one of those too. It is absolutely. You know what? It is. I want to be careful, but I'm going to say it anyways. It's the best ornament I've ever received. That thing is beautiful.
It is.
That's what you get from an office of full of ladies. I mean, they got the look. They got the touch.
I think we lost Meadis' audio there. He had a nice quip there, but it is. I want to go grab it because it's hand painted glass, right, Brian? It's all this golf motif. It's a Western New York PGA 100 years. The presentation, the box it came in is a gift in itself, right? The box that it came in, I mean, it was incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, they do it right.
I know. Thanks to everybody at the PGA, and I know Anthony.
We have the gift of silence from Meadis right now, but
right.
Jeff, by the way, your audio is not working, just so you know.
That's right, Jeff. Fix your audio, please. Anyway.
If you got to come back in, come back in. We'll talk to Anthony while you step outside and come back in.
That's right. Turn sideways, get the mic fixed. There we go. Anyway, Anthony, Glen Oak's a big part of the Western New York PGA in terms of it being its home and its headquarters. But I know you guys are so busy holding events all there throughout the year, whether it's drive, chip, and putt, whether it's holding tour events for area pros, and I know you guys have even had some other events along the way. Why don't you tell a little bit about the relationship that Glen Oak has with the Western New York PGA, in case some of the people maybe don't know?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. My wife being the executive director, CEO of the Western New York PGA, and then myself working here on the same property. It's been awesome.
All right, I've lost Anthony too, Brian.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't hear him. Can you guys hear me?
We got Jeff back. So we get one pro, we lose a pro.
Yeah. We're not having much luck here with this so far. We're off to a rough start. Hope Christmas goes smoother. Yes.
I don't think Anthony knows we can't hear him, by the way.
I don't think he can, but it's fun to watch him keep talking. No,
I agree.
So, yeah. He's moving his hands. Yeah, that's great.
Yes. Anthony, we lost you. Anyway, I'll let him know here. Here we go. Live podcasting. We love it here.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, yes. Many of the events that the Western PGA has over at Glen Oak, and including our very own Duster Challenge, Kevin. I know we're excited here. We're starting to maybe get. We're not ready to do our official announcement yet here, but I know our Duster.
Well, we
Challenge,
have a date. Our date is secured.
If you want to throw that out there for everybody, go for it.
Do we want to announce it? We want to announce our date?
Let's
sure.
wait. We'll wait for the new year.
Right.
Wait for the new year, but
we'll wait for the new year.
Wait for the new year. We'll make it an exciting.
I had Peter Gourmet and Mark Mahfouz in here today talking about it, so we're all looking forward to it.
All right, so we're gonna wait to announce this in 2026. I just want to say it's a Friday in July, but not early.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Hold a late Friday in July.
Yes. Hold a late Friday in July. There's 2 of them that are late in July. Hold hold them both for now, and we'll give you the but we do know the date, but Brian doesn't want to give it up at the moment there. But
we'll make it a grandiose sort of thing here.
Yeah, no, but you know what? Here's the important thing. It is going to be our 10th year of the Duster Challenge, right? The 10th edition, I should say. We did have a pause there,
Yes.
like the rest of the world, thanks to Dr. Fauci. Can I thank him, right? Anyways, all right.
He had nothing to do with it, really. So yeah.
Sure. Anyhow, we had a pause, but our 10th edition of the Duster Challenge is coming up in the summer in July of 2026. So our goal is to raise 10 grand. All right, I'll put that out there. Our goal is to raise 10 grand. So if you're watching this, you want to sponsor it, make a donation towards it. That is our goal. What were we at? What, 7,500 last year, Bri?
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah, I think it was in that range for sure. So
yeah, I mean, we're trying to kick it up another 25% here to get it to the 10. I'm not sure that's the exact percentage, so don't sue me if it is, but it just, another $2,500 to get it there to 10,000. So that's our goal there. And the beauty of it is, we talked about the Western New York PGA 100 years, a program that Jeff instrumental in starting the whole program, helping our Patriots everywhere for the veterans and the difference that it's made in their lives. That's where the funds go. So it's the little event that could. I like to say it's been tremendous. So we are looking forward to that.
yeah, it's an event. We know that we started off small. We had about 40 people, and now over 100 participants every year. And the first few years raising a couple $1,000, and now we're all the way up to, like you said, trying to hit a goal of 10,000 for our 10th edition of it. Really, really happy. And I know we're having a little trouble getting Anthony in here, but we couldn't do it without Glen Oaks partnership and their willingness to give us their huge practice facility area, because we use it all, and
Right.
it sets up such a great 18-hole venue. And Jeff, we know obviously the donation going to PGA Hope is something that I know we're proud of, the amount that it's been going up and up each year.
Yeah, and it does, it does really good things for a lot of people. And we've also created some other programs with this extra revenue. So once our Patriots, our veterans graduate from the Hope program, they can be pushed in what we call a downrange program, which has got your six.
Right,
Why are you laughing?
No,
I
I
didn't know if you could hear me.
No, I can
Maybe
hear you. I just feel like there's some, I think the issue with the internet today is everyone's getting their last minute shopping in for Christmas. So there's a lot of gremlins, and I heard the gremlins gargling. While I'm not saying sure it's on your end, it could be on any one of our ends while it's going on here. So I'm just chuckling at that. But it's the holidays. We got to be in a good mood. It's the holiday season. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Speaking of holidays, here's Anthony. He's back with us. Can you hear us, Anthony?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You're back.
Live radio. Yes.
Yeah, here we go.
Awesome.
It feels like live radio.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Anthony, I know we didn't really get any of your answer last time. Do you want to talk a little bit about Glen Oaks' relationship and the PGA of Western New York, and how you guys kind of really are helping each other grow the game?
Yeah, it's been an awesome relationship. We're glad to have them here. It's been great. It's a win-win situation. It's always kind of been the goal from when we first started to have Western New York PGA and Glen Oaks kind of grow together there. My wife, being the executive director, CEO of the Western New York PGA, has been obviously a blessing too. Working on the same property, it's we're growing together as a family, and Glen Oaks on the up and up. Customers seem to be happy. When they're playing or when they're leaving, the reviews have always been great. Employees are happy and have been coming back each year. So that says something, right? So it's great. I mean, it starts with the leadership of Tim Freeze and Karen Freeze. I couldn't ask for better people to work with. So they're great. It starts from the top, and just keep on doing what we're doing and on the up and up.
Anthony, we were talking while we're trying to sort out some digital gremlins here. Just how about the Duster coming back. Don't say the date. We're going to announce that at a later time. But we just want to thank you, and the Freeze family for there's a lot of events that you can host and charity events that take up the golf course. You guys donate the time and labor to do it, and that's no small thing. So we just want to thank you guys for doing that, because it's a significant amount of time, resources, the property, grounds crew staff to help pull off this event each and every year. And we're looking forward to it again in our 10th year.
Yeah, we love having you. Thanks for letting us host you, honestly, because it's a team effort. Like I said, win-win all the way around. We're able to raise good money for the foundation, and we love hosting that event. That isn't an event that's tough to stay late for and clean up garbage at 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then maybe having a nightcap soda in the pro shop with Brian Cosell and his wife, and Christine, of course, yelling at Brian. Who's taking Jack home? Let's go.
That's right.
I think Jack's going to take himself home this year, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to have to find himself a vehicle to do it, though. So,
well, Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is bringing Jack a car. If you're
Yeah, I've
watching,
seen
Jack.
those commercials. They always have those for Christmas in your driveway. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
nice red bow
Yeah.
for Jack this year.
Yeah.
Come on.
he just got his permit. We got to put the brakes on that, literally, for now. But Anthony, I know you are sitting in your simulator room there in the banquet facility. I want you to tell everybody about during the winter months here, while obviously we can't get out on the golf course at Glen Oak. What are some options that people might have at Glen Oak there?
Yeah, so this is year 5, I believe. We started out with just 2 simulators, and then it's grown to 3 simulators now, and it's been awesome. It keeps the customers their game sharp. It keeps the employees' game sharp too, obviously, because we like you can hear. I'm sure you can hear the banging. We got an employee over there banging some balls. But honestly, it's that we got the Foresight GC Hawks with the GS Pro technology. So that might not mean a lot to most people, but it's a very good gameplay technology that we're really happy with. We have leagues Monday through Thursday. We actually do have a couple league openings on Tuesday. I think there's 2 slots left for 2-person teams, best ball. If anybody listening is, I guess, interested in joining that league, info@glenoak.com is our email. You can email us if you're interested in playing. We will do some junior stuff. We'll do some education series. Rob Krajewski, our director of instruction here, is great. He's filled with a lot of information. He's good with that. He'll talk your ear off, but you're paying for it. So, but he's great. You'll get some great tips. But yeah, it just keeps everybody just kind of engaged. And like I said, we're trying to grow the game of golf with the weather in this area in Buffalo. This is how we do it. I mean, Dojo's taken off, as Jeff knows, here too, and indoor golf is a real thing, and it's not going away. So we're gonna keep on grinding here, keep on making it better, and hopefully there's just more birdies out there and pace of play speeds up a little bit.
Yeah,
I didn't know if the balls were from Glen Oak or from Golf Dojo where Jeff is. So
there's some hitting next to me also. I don't know if we're our bays are almost full. So
Brian, I did have a question for Anthony about the regular golf course, if I may. Since I already interrupted you, I figured I'd just carry through. Is there a weather point, because we've had periods where we get warm-ups, right, thaws during the winter. Is there a period, Anthony, where, golfers could say, hey, the Glen Oak may open up for a few days? Like what sort of temperatures, what sort of conditions would have to occur? Or we've had too much of a freeze early on here for that to be even a possibility before we hit early spring?
Yeah, it takes a couple days. One, the snow covering the grass. We got to have that melt. But obviously, once it melts, it's just so soggy. I mean, you can't even walk. The temperature, the surface, at least how deep the frost level is. Obviously, that'll be a couple days of the snow thawing with warmer weather, and the superintendent would just kind of go out there and investigate. And if it looks like the forecast is good for a couple decent days, then we're always open to open the golf course and letting people go out for a walk. There won't be any carts for any period of time, obviously, until we're ready to start the season. But we've done that each year, at least for the last 4 years. We've had a little stretch after COVID that there's been a couple days that we let people take a walk. Hopefully that happens. I think of the only month, there's 1 month, January. I've had one round this will be my 8th, going into my 8th season. There's been one round of golf outside in January. A guy came on like January 2nd. And he's like, can I take a walk? I said, there's goose goose poop all over the green. There's snow in the bunker. He's like, I just need to check a box. I said, all right, $20. How's that sound? That sounds great. Play as many as you like. So that's the only month we really haven't opened up too much. But other than that, the simulators kind of do the job, right? I mean, you don't have to walk your ball. It's warm. There's a bar right behind you, a full bar. So yeah, I would say three good days of higher 40s and 50. I did have a call last week when we hit 51. There was a guy that says, "Hey, can I come play?" I said, "So our course, I can't even see green out there yet." But I love obviously the eagerness to want to play in this weather.
Anthony, tell us a little bit about what it's like, obviously managing this facility. Jeff, you can jump on this too, of kind of where you feel like the excitement level is with golf in Western New York. We know after COVID, golf across the country hit a huge boom, but Anthony and Jeff, you guys talk to Western enthusiasm at.
Yeah, I think the golf boom is real. It's here to stay. We're hoping to keep it going. I'd say we're the number one busiest public golf course, but we also don't want it to feel like that when you're here. We spread out tee times a little bit. We spread out our intervals in between tee times. Instead of doing every 8 to 9 minutes, we're going every 10 minutes. So the pace of play has improved tremendously over the years. I think that was one of the bigger complaints when we came in, was the pace of play. There'd be a line at the first tee. But I think you're trying to capture this audience so it doesn't go away, and try to grow the game. And being at a public facility, a very nice Robert Trent Jones senior golf course, great design with great superintendent Matt Bush that keeps it beautiful. I couldn't tell you how many times I got compliments of people stopping in saying the greens are gorgeous. Can't believe how awesome and healthy they are. For how many rounds you guys get, and we get that a lot. We take pride in that. And our superintendent, obviously, he's here to stay for a while, and we don't want even people know his name because we don't want him going anywhere. But no, we're just happy to be a part of this golf boom, and we're going to continue in every way we can to just get golfers to stay and golf and have fun with it.
And I've noticed the demographic of golf has changed. I've noticed more women, more younger players, it's more small D democratic, the golf lately. I see people of all stripes walking in all day, every day, and I feel like more people have been turned on to golf since the pandemic, and it's sticking. It's been sticky. They're enjoying the game, and they're becoming golfers, and we love to see that. We love turning casual players into full-fledged golfers, and that's fun. As PGA professionals, that's what we get to do.
info@glenoak.com, Anthony. That's the web or the email if they want to sign up for leagues. Or how about just if myself and a buddy want to come over to the simulators there, just glenoak.com, they can sign up there for times?
Yeah, we'll have our link on our website here pretty soon. We're going to open up like the 2nd or 3rd of January. We're kind of, all the employees here taking off for a little bit after today. We're taking off until the new year. So, obviously you can always email us at info. We'll have that monitored throughout our time off here, but we'll open those simulators up the 2nd, 3rd day of January. And it's by the hour. Prices kind of range from $35 to $50, depending on, what time you book and what day. But yeah, they've been busy each year. Our simulators. I mean, we have 3 of them. We wish we had space to build 3 more of them, but that's in the eventual goal. But yeah, we look forward to seeing anybody that's coming, and like I said, full bar right behind you too. So you got your own private bartender. So it's nice.
Yeah, excellent. Jeff, I know if people are looking for a last-minute holiday gift, I know you've been busy giving a lot of gift cards today at Dojo here. People are coming in. That's a nice spot here if you got a golfer in your life here, if you're looking for that last-minute holiday gift.
Yeah, we've been selling a lot of walk-ins, a lot of people buying them online. Yeah, because as Anthony says, it is a fun release during the winter to get out and hit some golf shots, get all your data, get your numbers, have a good time playing golf with your buddies, and getting that camaraderie, getting the group back together is nice too. Get the boys all together for a round of golf. It's a ton of fun. And we at mygolfdojo.com, we have 3 locations, and our golf academy is launching shortly too. So we're going to be offering a wide variety of lesson programs for beginners to women to veterans to packages, everything like that. So we're excited for the season. This is our busy time of year, and it's fun. We've got a lot of people coming and going.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Anthony and Jeff, I know you guys are both at work, so we'll let you go. I know Kevin and I got a couple of more things to discuss. So thank you so much. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and appreciate everything you do to grow the game here in Western New York.
Thank you, gentlemen. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Anthony.
Thank you, guys. Happy holidays. Thanks
Yes.
for having me.
You got it, buddy. Merry Christmas.
All right, Anthony
We let our
Shiro.
pros go. I know we're getting Metis for Christmas last minute. We're getting a better internet connection or
That's right. All right.
I mean, he sounded like the Grinch there, like a little intermediate.
That's right.
I'm just saying because our listeners are seeing it. We recognize it. So hey, but you know what? Nothing's
Jeff's
perfect.
not the mean one like the Grinch. He's the nice guy. He'll come in.
No, he actually is the nicest of the three of us. That's true. People don't know this about Brian. He's super mean behind the scenes. I mean, he's very nice on the air, but man, off the air. That's
right.
not true. That's not true. That's not even fair to you, Brian. So I apologize.
Thank you.
Not even fair.
Speaking of mean guys here, let's go to our next topic. The PNC Championship was this past weekend, and always good storylines when this tournament comes out, with whether it's father and son, father and daughter, grandfather with grandkid, mom with grandkid, whatever. You got a whole bunch of stuff going on. We get to see the dailies and their crazy outfits, but I thought probably a big storyline from this weekend, Kevin, at the PNC Championship was 86-year-old Lee Trevino. He makes a couple of eagles on the final day. He holes out on one hole for eagle. And there was just some great interviews and some sound bites from him after the tournament. He's saying, look, he goes, if I could get myself a bed and a cot, and a blanket out by the driving range, he's like, I would sleep there. He was almost emotional about talking about how much golf has meant to him. He's like, look, he goes, I grew up, he goes, I was uneducated. He goes, I was not in a family set for success. And he goes, golf brought me something that I could just like get behind. And it's brought me obviously a ton of success. He's like, now I'm with my grandkids and with all the rest of my family. He's like, they're all well educated now. But it's because golf brought us accessibility to all this sort of stuff. And, he was very emotional talking about this, but every time I hear Lee Trevino talk, I always feel like underrated in terms of like the guy you'd want to play golf with. We always say about who's in your dream foursome or whatever. And if you just want to, if we could ever have like, a legend of the game on our podcast on Tee to Green, like Lee Trevino should be in our discussion. Like every time he talks, it's just great stuff. It really is.
Yeah, I think you're right about him being, I'd say, underappreciated for what he's accomplished in his life and in golf. Right? We think of the late Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Tom Watson. What he's done, Gary Player, right, of the old greats. But we don't talk enough about Lee Trevino, maybe even Calvin Pate. We don't talk about enough, right? And what they've accomplished and the inspiration. Like, you think about it, Lee Trevino is a minority, right? The players he inspired moving forward. We hear a lot about Lee Elder and how he inspired Tiger Woods and the homage he pays to him. But yeah, I think Lee Trevino. I'm glad to see he got his center stage, and perhaps we need more of it. And it was great. It was great to see. And I love the old clips of Lee Trevino. He's just one of those names in golf that if you are a golf fan, you want to call yourself a golf purist, whatever, how great Lee Trevino was and how much you enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the storylines of that event, right? You got the Kuchers who won. And I knew Matt Kuchar's kids are coming on the scene. You've got Annika Sorenstammer's son, Will, who seemingly made every putt, right?
Yep.
In there, the 14-year-old. I love the Woodland stories, Gary and his father, Dan Woodland. I actually had a great time talking with Dan several years ago at the Century when Gary was leading most of the 3 rounds, and Xander Schauffele ended up coming back at the end. But I actually, I kind of gave my cart to Dan Woodland and Gary's mom to navigate the hills. His mom, I think it just had knee replacement or whatever. But I'm going to tell you, it couldn't be a nicer person. Just a super human being. So that was kind of neat to see that storyline with those guys competing there for the first time. And just what a great, the only thing about that event, maybe where it's slotted in the calendar, should be moved to more prominent place, Brian.
I agree. I mean, the personalities now that you get, and we've started to even get to know the next generation of players, whether it's Charlie Woods or Annika's kid or little John Daly, not little anymore, but we're starting to see that next group come through to the point where, I mean, maybe it should get a better spot. One more thought on Trevino real quick. I mean, World Golf Hall of Famer for sure. He's one of only 4 guys, though, that have won multiple U.S. Opens, multiple Opens, and multiple PGAs. 6 majors in total. So, I mean, the Masters is the only one that eluded him. He didn't play in every single Masters. There was a point there, early 70s, where he actually had said that he felt a little uncomfortable about going there. Later on, people thought maybe because of his minority status, people thought, at times there that maybe there was some friction with some other players and things like that. But in the end, ultimately, he ends up winning 6 majors. So the Masters was the only one that kept him away from a Grand Slam, which would have, really, really vaulted him. But I guess I should also, at the same time where I'm sitting here saying I'm appreciative of how he talks golf and what he says about golf, I guess I should also reflect and say, damn, his resume is really, really good.
Unbelievable. Yes. No, he's an incredible player.
Yeah.
Incredible. Hey, think about this. He was struck by lightning back in 75 at the Western Open, during a round of golf. And it led to back injuries. And, he even said maybe he'd been struck multiple times, there. Just incredible, right? I mean, to survive that and to continue playing. Listen, he's a legend of the game. And what better thing can you say about somebody than saying they're a legend of the game? I mean, to be a multiple major winner, he's just one of the all-time greats. And I think didn't he say the real pressure is when you're playing a $10 Nassau with $5 in your pocket, or something. I'm paraphrasing to some extent there, but it's one of the great quotes, and he's got many of them.
Absolutely, yeah. So Trevino and his grandson participating this week, and some real highlight stuff there for sure. So and Kevin, we're getting close to the start of the 2026 portion of the schedule. We know we talked about it on our last podcast. Unfortunately, we won't see the Century Tournament of Champions. There is going to be one event. It's still called the Sony Open, right? The first event this year.
Sony Open in Hawaii, yes.
And then it'll come for the California Swing after that. So we'll be at it here very shortly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be covering it for PGA Tour Radio. Ryan, tough assignment. I have to go to Hawaii, but I mean, and there's been some great finishes to that event in playoffs. Nick Taylor's a defending champion, won in a playoff. Matsuyama's won in a playoff. The late Grayson Murray, I was there for that putt. I called that putt that he sunk on the playoff hole. Was incredible, and they honor his legacy. And it's always a great week for mental health awareness and to make sure we check in on each other in honor of Grayson Murray. So, it's a special week. And, it's only 1 week to start there. Then they move on to California for the American Express. And listen, then we'll see what happens in 2027, right? There's all that discussion on what's going to go on and how things are going to shake out. So, we do have next week starting too, the TGL season, right? And they've got some changes for that. So, I'll check it out. I'll be interested in seeing that. I do like, and one thing that they're doing, if you attend it in person, you could buy tickets to go to an arena in person. I know someone who went last year, and one of the criticisms, this person was I can't hear the players talking. You're watching it on TV, you can hear the players chat amongst themselves and bust each other's chops. Well, you couldn't hear that in the arena. Well, now they have that, which makes sense, right? I mean, if you're paying a couple $100 to be there for that fan experience, you should get that. So they're adding that. There's some other holes that are designed. So it'll be interesting to see how that moves here in year 2. I know they have expansion franchises and moving forward with that. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes with TGL.
Yeah, we've seen Scotty Scheffler hit some, and we know that they own the rights to a Texas team. We'll see if maybe at some point that comes on. No plans for it for 2026, but their second season is going to kick off next Sunday on December 28th.
But why are you starting on a Sunday? That's the one thing I don't understand. I thought the genesis of that, let's do Monday, more so Tuesday nights, right? Let's take the Tuesday night so we're not competing against the NFL.
Yes, I agree.
And the NFL's been great this year. It's been unbelievable, right?
Yes.
Week in and week out. You don't know what's going to happen. So I just question that spot in programming. If you want to own it, take the Tuesday night.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect spot. Yeah, so 15 regular season matches in January and February. There's obviously the opener here on December 28th, but and then the playoffs in March. Everything's on ESPN and ESPN2, so pretty much everybody's got access to it. And you said that, you're right. More fan player engagement. Tiger will miss the start of this, though, as he's still recovering due to injury. So his team.
And JT also, right? Thomas is out too because of back. Hey, I got a question for you. Did you check out the Golf Channel games at all?
No, I just saw a few things on social media about it, but how was that?
Well, I didn't watch it all. How's that?
Okay.
I don't know.
We don't have much to share on it. Yeah.
Well, I was watching the driving competition, right? That portion of it. And, so if I didn't watch the whole thing, I can't give it a great review, but I didn't continue watching it because, well, there was a football game on too. So I'm going to switch over to football because I'm watching guys, the driving competition. I get it. I appreciate them, essentially doing drive, chip, and putt for professionals. I just think it could be condensed. Yeah. Maybe not live, but maybe edited for television. But I know everybody wants live sports, but there were just some things there that were interesting. So I'd have to watch a rerun of all the things for it. But I watched the driving thing, and it was done at night. I thought they did a nice job production wise, so you could see the ball, landed stuff. And I do applaud them for coming up with something new and different. That's for sure. So I don't want to seem like it certainly wasn't a dumb idea. And I'd be interested to see how the other things went. It was neat how you draft, you take this player, he's going to go against that player. You had Rory going against Scotty, head to head in the driving competition. So that part was kind of interesting. So, and there were a couple, little glitches, but you're going to have that first time you do anything. Who are we to say about glitches, right? We've had about 57 of them on today's show.
That's right. If you've been listening with us throughout, appreciate your patience through some of our technical problems here. Our Winter Rules podcast presented by Golf Dojo. Everything's working perfect over at Golf Dojo. So go over there and enjoy yourself. All right, real quick here. 2026 golf resolutions. I'll start, Kevin, so you can have some time to formulate here. So last year, I said I thought I was the king of not three putting, which might sound like bragging, but I never really made anything. Like I was noticing like it was a lot of putts that would get to the hole. And, even Jeff Meadis would tell me like, Brian, if you might be hitting the exact line you want, but because you're not giving it with enough pace to get to the hole, it's going to die a little bit. And, that's maybe why why I think I was doing a good job, because I wasn't three putting a lot. I also wasn't making anything. So I said, I want to be a little bit more aggressive this year with putting, and it really, really helped. So I feel like I can check my 2025 golf resolution off here. 2026, I'm going to do a little practice what I preach. What I've been doing with high school golfers about telling them to take more club and tell them, look, check where the pin location is, take more club. I feel like I definitely, especially on par threes, especially on approach shots, I'm always all right, I can get it there with a 9-iron instead of let's take conditions of what's happening around me. Is there wind? What's the green up there like? Where's the better miss? And, take the 8. And even though it still might be an 85 to 90% shot, still swing aggressive with it. I think what I always tend to do, and it's a flaw for me for sure, I know is, I'll take the extra club, and then I end up just swinging all with arms, and I don't really swing properly. And I know, I still have to swing aggressively, even though it might be only going back 2/3 of the way or only following through 2/3 of the way or something like that. But to not just swing, I think I swing very lazy then when I'm like, I'm taking the extra club, and then I swing lazy and it's all arms. And then for me, it's just a miss. It's a pull hook. So for me, I know I've been telling my high school players about taking enough club. So that's going to be my 2026 golf resolution is in between club, take that extra club, especially on the par 3, get yourself, up on the putting surface where you need to be. And you can still take an aggressive swing, even though you might not be hitting at 100%, if that makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense. I think that's a great. So I have 2 resolutions for me and 1 for everybody. Okay. The first one is avoid the tendonitis injury early in the season. The last 2 years, I've had golfer's elbow. That's on the inside, not the outside. The tennis is on the outside. Although I'm battling tennis elbow on this side, but it's from fly fishing. That's a fly fishing injury. And it's excruciating. But the one on the inside, the golfer's one, the last 2 years, early in the season, just the flare-ups. And it's a slight tear, and then it seems to heal by August, and then I start playing excellent, right? So I'm going to try to avoid that early season flare-up. How, I don't know, but I'm going to try to avoid it. Okay. Number 2, you talk about clubs for greens. I've been firing at flags way too much. My resolution is I'm just going to fire at the middle of the green. Okay. I'm just going to fire at the middle of the green instead of trying to fire at pins. I don't know who I think I am. I just need to get the ball on the green because I'm a scrambling man, and I scramble for a lot of pars because I'm a good putter. But damn it, I would like to make some putting for birdie and not par, right? They're, dogs chase cars and pros who putt for pars. I'm not a pro. I'm just saying. It's the old saying. So my resolution is you got to avoid the flare up, but just hit the darn green, right? The ball striking. Last year, I think I accomplished. I wanted to drive the ball better, and I did, but I wasted it a lot. Just wasted it a lot. All right, for everybody though, this one's for everybody out there. I want you all to repair 2 ball marks on the green, yours and somebody else's. Just if we all did 2, and that goes for private club, that wherever you play, just repair 2. All right. That's not going to take a whole lot of time. Just 1, and then just another one. Just fix the ball marks on the green, right? And we all have better surfaces to putt on.
Well said. I agree. We say that all the time, and it should be said over and over and over again, for sure.
And every course gives you the divot tool for free. If you look in your bag, you probably got 3 or 4 in there,
right?
Or 6, right? Yeah. I mean, and if you don't know what to get somebody for Christmas, it's a great little stocking stuffer, right? The divot repair tool, and just repair 2. That's it.
Yep, I agree. All right. Well, good luck with everybody with your 2026 golf resolutions.
Do you have any predictions for 2020? This is our last show of 2025. Do you have any predictions for 2026?
For professional golf?
Yeah, for professional golf. Like, just any big predictions?
Good question here. I mean, we always talk about majors and all that sort of stuff. Now, next year there's no Olympics next year for golf because it's Winter Olympics, right? Yeah,
correct.
Winter Olympics this year, so no golf Olympics. Let's see. I don't know. That's a good question.
All right, here I'll give you my prediction. Scotty Scheffler completes the career Grand Slam 2026. Wins the U.S. Open.
That's what he needs. That'll be at Shinnecock Hills. Tough course.
Scotty Scheffler completes the career Grand Slam.
Okay, that's a good prediction.
Oh, a real bold prediction, right? I mean, Scotty Scheffler wins a major. You know what? I mean, we just saw Rory McIlroy do it. Like, what's left for Scheffler to do it? Right? It's that. That's what I mean. He likes to win. He's an ultimate competitor, but believe me, that's on his radar now. After getting the PGA, getting the Open Championship, that is absolutely on Scotty Scheffler's radar now.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, Scheffler, his season is going to be every time he tees it up, he's going to be favored to win. Obviously, whether it's a major or non-major or whatever, he's going to be what everybody's going to be watching. And there's nothing that would say that he's going to come back or slow down in any way with what winning player of the year again. Like he'd be favored to do it again. And we wouldn't be shocked if he won another, 5, 6, 7 times again next year.
Right. Yeah. No, I think that's very doable for him to win a handful of times. I don't think that's out of the question whatsoever for Scotty Scheffler. Question: how much is Rory McIlroy going to win? That's a question.
Yeah.
Completes the career Grand Slam. I still think he's got the drive. He'll be the defending champion at the Masters. I still think, Roy's going to measure himself with majors. He's going to play more in Europe. Like he's already passed 70. I mean, you look at all the things Rory's accomplished. You're like, all right, what is left for Rory? Really? Right.
Yeah. Just to add to the major pile. You're right.
He's got a pile of wins. He's got a pile of cash. He's got a pile of legacy already.
He just won the BBC Player of the Year, or athlete of the year. Yeah,
and he's still in his prime. So that's tremendous. So, but I think Scheffler career Grand Slam, that'll be the one thing that I'm very confident in predicting for 2026.
Okay, I like it. I'll have to think more of good predictions for you for our next one for sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Real quick. I went to, speaking of Golf Dojo, who of course presents our Winter Rolls podcast here. I went to see the new facility in the South Towns right off McKinley Parkway. Loved it. Huge. The bays are bigger than even the Transit Road or the Niagara Falls locations. We've got 5 huge bays there, the member bay, all that sort of stuff. And
excellent.
Tom and Max, kudos to you guys. Just did a great job. So if you're listing in the South Towns,
I think I lost Brian. Well, that'll be fitting for that if we did lose Brian today on the show. We lost Jeff Metis at points. We lost Anthony Shiro, and now we've lost Brian Koziel, who was just commenting about Golf Dojo, the new location in the South Towns, McKinley Parkway. That's where that location is. Okay, Brian, I lost you a little bit there. I don't know if everybody else lost you. But you were commenting on the McKinley Parkway, how they did a great job with the Golf Dojo. So
yes, no, I just saying the bays are bigger, they're super spacious, it looks great. If you're looking for a gift card or something to get for a holiday gift, that's a great thing to do. If you live in the South Towns, it's right off McKinley Parkway, right by the McKinley Mall there. I think it's a great spot to go. So just want to let everybody know it's up and running and going, and it's a really, really great spot. So
awesome.
Check it out. Yeah, mygolfdojo.com. You can make a reservation there. All right. Want to thank our guests, Anthony Shiro from Glen Oak, Jeff Metis, of course, part of our Tee to Green team from Golf Dojo, Jeff Blank, our producer, Kevin Sylvester. I'm Brian Koziel. All the listeners and all of us here, thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you in 2026 on our next edition of our Tee to Green Winter Rules podcast presented by Golf Dojo.